screen. Oh my gosh. I am late to my own party. And then I didn't even bring myself up on the screen on Facebook. So, how is everybody today? Welcome, online crew, to my live video today. Now I've got a hair right in front of my eyes. I'm running a little bit late today because I've just got off a 3-hour call with my VIPs, those in my VIP program. And we didn't even finish. Like, I've got to go live. So sorry that I was a few minutes late. How is everybody? How was your weekend? I hope it was amazing. Welcome to the broadcast today, where we're going to talk about potentially maybe some of the things that might be holding you back. This is a really important discussion. And this is what I do at the beginning of every week. So I share something here live to do with personal development, personal growth, something to help you sort of think and be a better version of yourself. Because everybody wants the social media stuff. Everyone wants the latest trick, the latest algorithm hack, the latest feature that they think is going to make them successful. But I tell you, none of that is important unless you've got it going on up here. So at the moment, I am reading, I've read a number of books on personal development, but I'm currently reading Mel Robbins' book, The High Five Habit. It's amazing. Oh, it's over there. I should put it here so I could hold it up. Who's got that book? Who's read that book? Who's heard about the book? If you really want to, what fascinates me about this book is it's so simple, yet it's so powerful to really make us think about how we see the world and what it really takes to be successful. So I'll get into that for a second. If we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. So I'm at service to our amazing online crew community here of entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, those in network marketing, MLM, an entrepreneurial business of some sort, and you want to leverage social media and use, basically the internet and modern social media strategies to grow your business, then that's what we talk about here. All week long, we talk about that. But my first live video of the week is something to do with personal development, personal growth to help you think and, again, be a better version of yourself. So if you're here live with me, say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. Sorry, I was a couple of minutes late, but I was having an amazing discussion with those in my VIP program. So anybody that appears like this, I'm just putting up on screen, happy Monday. Is somebody watching from my group, and I can't see who you are. So if you're watching from my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, then just click the link at the bottom of the description that says streamyard.com/Facebook, and then I'll be able to see who you are. So morning, Faye, morning, Bob, morning, Laurie. Yes, it's all your fault for making me late. Laurie's in my VIP program. Hello, Joy. Hi, Lena. Hi, TG. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Cherie. We've got Jen. We've got, I've heard about it by many different people, added it to my list. So I'm not sure who that is, but definitely add it to your list. And there's one little sentence that I'm going to share with you in a moment, and then we'll talk about it, that sort of was like, oh, that's kind of profound. That's really something that I should think about. And, like I've said many times before, it doesn't matter how many personal development books you read, what kind of personal growth work you do. Like even Mel Robbins herself, the author of that book that I just mentioned, she's not perfect. And what I love about her is that she admits that openly, like on videos, about how she messes up all the time. So I don't think we're never going to be perfect. Let's put it that way. And there's always going to be something that we can do to help ourselves be a better version of ourselves. And her one sentence, so let me get into the content. Hi, Jenny, and Facebook user. So if you're watching from my free group, just click the StreamYard link at the bottom of the link of the description in the group, and then I'll be able to see who you are. Just think about this for a sec, this sentence. How you see yourself is how you see the world and your potential, basically. So let's just have a little chat about this. When you look in the mirror, what do you say to yourself? If you're thinking about it, you'll probably think, oh, I should say, you're amazing. You've got this, you know, all your goals and things like that. But when you're not thinking what you should be saying, what are you really saying? Like, how do you see yourself when you look in the mirror? Like, and what doubts do you have? And I don't care what you tell me in the chat about how positive you are. I know every single one of you have got doubts about themselves. So there's always something going on up here about you're not pretty enough, you're not guys, you're not muscly enough, whatever it is for you. You're not the ideal weight. You don't like your hips. You don't like your boobs. You don't like whatever it is about you. We've all got things we do not like about ourselves. Would that be correct to say? Here's the science behind that, though, is how you see yourself. And if you see yourself with all these limitations about, how wonderful you're not, type thing, if that makes sense, then that's how it plays out in all your relationships and in business and in every other sort of, area of your world. So if you look in the mirror and you think, I'm amazing, I can achieve anything, you see life with a set of eyes of opportunity. If you look in the mirror and you see limitations and you see things that you don't like and things that hold you back, guess what then? That's how your life plays out with business. You'll never reach your full potential because you'll lead a life of limits instead of a life of opportunity. So let me just recap that. The way you see yourself is the way that you live and see the world. Now, are you living a life of limitations regarding what you see for yourself and what you can achieve and what you look like and all those kind of things? Like, do you live in a world of opportunity or do you live in a world of limitations? Like, be honest. Why it hit me is because I don't know about you guys, but I've got a little voice in my head that always tells me I'm not good enough at something. Or I'm not, I've put on weight, like I don't feel fantastic at certain times because I'm tired or I'm overworked or things like that. There's always a little voice in my head that's putting me down in some way. Can you be honest enough to say, I can? Can you be honest enough to say that that's probably true for you too? And what I've come to realize over the years is that when I'm feeling amazing, when I'm feeling my best, when I'm feeling my healthiest, everything around me just thrives. My relationships are better because I'm happier. I'm nicer. My business just thrives because everything is good in my world. Is everything good in your world? So if you look at your life right now and the success that you're having or not having, how is your perception of yourself? Is there a direct relationship? You might not see the direct relationship there, but there is definitely a direct relationship there. How you see yourself is how you see the world, and that will either be a world of opportunity or a world of limitations. And if you're not cool, if you're not thriving, if you're not amazing, then it's probably really hard for your business to be the best that it could possibly be. Does this make sense to you? So it just brings true to me over and over and over again, whether it's Mel's book or John Maxwell's book or whatever it is, that, to be successful, we know it starts with you. So what don't you like about yourself? What's not going well for you at the moment? Are you exhausted physically? Do you look like crap because you're not looking after yourself? Are you looking after everybody else but you? And therefore, what's going on in your business? Is it completely stopped because you're not in a place to build it? Is it just not growing because you're not good? I tell you, when you're good, Your business will be good. And I've gone through this so many times myself. When I really put the effort into my health and exercise, and some of you will love exercise, some of you won't, but it's a fact that when you exercise, you release endorphins and they make you feel good. Even if you don't feel like exercising beforehand, you always feel better afterwards, like that kind of feeling. And then when you start to lose a little bit of weight, for not everyone needs to lose weight, but I'm just sharing my personal experience, you feel more confident. When you feel more confident, then you'll have more conversations, you'll do more things, you'll do riskier things in your business, you'll have more conversations. The relationship between the two is absolutely incredible. And if you don't see that connection, then it's one of the reasons why I'm talking about it, because you really need to see that connection between you and the results of your relationships, your kids, your business, your lack of results. It probably comes down to the limitations that you talk to yourself about. And for a lot of you, it's actually subconscious. You don't sort of look in the mirror and go, you're a bad person or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's the little voice in your head that speaks louder sometimes about all the things you don't like about yourself and all the things that you don't necessarily think you can achieve. And guess what? You won't. You know that saying, what's the saying? What not only what you focus on, you get more of, but what's the I'm trying to make a point here and I've completely lost the saying. So I'm just checking in with yeah, absolutely everything just works better when you're better within yourself. There is absolutely a direct relationship. Hey Wanda, how you going? Absolutely. I'm finally happy with my life, and it is now being reflected in the results in my business. So what do we do? What do we do around this? You have to recognize that if you've got problems, if things aren't working well for you, if you're not getting the results in your business that you want, you can't solve those problems with the same thinking that potentially you have now. You can't grow and build a better business and have amazing relationships and just have an amazing life potentially with the same thinking that you have right now. So that needs to grow and shift and move. And this is what I'm loving about Mel Robbins' book, is the simplicity of it. And who knew that there would be actual, psychology behind giving yourself like a high five in the mirror in the morning, how that actually changes your psychological thinking, to looking at yourself in the morning going, you really need to lose some weight, or, get rid of the bags under the eyes, to you got this. Whatever the day brings, you've got this. And the psychology of how that starts your day, like it just fascinates me that it's so simple, but there's actually a lot of science behind how we talk to ourselves. So how are you talking to yourself, and what are you beating yourself up about? I guarantee there will be lots of you listening to this live and will catching the replay that you beat yourself up about something. Some of you will start a diet every single Monday. Some of you will make a statement that, yeah, I'm going to drink more water this week. And you never do. I've got my container next to me now. I actually did really well on our VIP call before I was drinking. I reckon I had 3 or 4 glasses of water because I've got an actual water canister thing over here. So I'm doing better, guys. Those of you that know me well know I don't drink enough water and I get a lot of headaches. Squirrel moment. Bob, I hear that voice all the time. I'm in the process of visiting a lot of my mentors' material, and I'm working on telling myself in the mirror every day that I am the greatest. Good for you, Bob. This is really, really important in how you move through this. So, appreciate that if you've got that going on, if you beat yourself up a lot about the things that you haven't done, or the things you should do but you haven't done, or what you wanted to achieve and you didn't achieve it, and all that kind of crap that goes through your head, is to recognize that thinking, if you keep that thinking, you'll never move forward. Okay, so you've got to recognize that things need to change. You can't change anything you don't recognize. So if you're not where you want to be in your business, in your relationships, in your health, and all those kind of things, you got to look yourself smack bang in the mirror and start to do some work. And I'd suggest, if you haven't got Mel's book, I don't get any royalties from that. I know I'm harping on about it, but it's just so simple. And if there's anything that's really simple that can help turn around the way we think to be a better version of ourselves, and I'm all for that. I don't know about you guys, but life is complicated enough as it is. If there's something that we can do that's really simple, that moves the needle forward and makes us think a little bit differently to be more successful in life, I'm up for that. You up for that? So just looking at yourself in the mirror every morning and just saying to yourself, I've got this. It's okay. You can't change your world without change. You can't change your external world and your results out there without changing you. Make sense? You really nailed it with this one. I'm not sure who that comment is from, but thank you. Yeah, the law of attraction, exactly, Celeste. Sherry, I'm exhausted emotionally and physically. I've had to back up a bit in my business, and sometimes we need to do that. Sometimes you need to concentrate on you to have a better business. And if you need to back off a bit to look after yourself and get yourself sorted out, then, I'm not directly talking to you there, Sherry, I'm talking about anybody, then do that. Because if you're not good, you'll never have an amazing business. And have you ever watched some of these people like, Mel Robbins again, like in her early 50s, she's the fittest and sort of looked the best that she's ever been. You look at, who's the other one the other day? Grant Cardone. He's like multiple, like a billionaire, I think he is. He's now really into his physical fitness and getting really fit. Like the successful people look after themselves. Maybe they didn't initially to get their initial success. I realize the struggle. I'm in the struggle myself, but you've got to balance that out because you don't want to live in a life of limitations, which is what you're going to do. It's going to be really, really hard for you to be successful if you see yourself as not being good enough. So make the changes you need to make. Look at yourself in the mirror in the morning and give yourself a high five and say, I've got this. I've got this. And start looking after yourself better and being true to yourself in what's important to you so you can have better relationships and a more, thriving business. Basically, what do you need to change? That's what you need to ask yourself. What is it you need to change? What area of your life do you need to change? Can you recognize the little voice in your head is not really a good friend to you? That, it's always creeping in telling you you're not good enough or you're not pretty enough or, you're too fat or, too skinny or whatever it is for you. What's the little voice telling you? To then work out what do you need to change? Because you can't get successful necessarily with the same mindset you've got right now and today. So shift your thinking, shift your belief in yourself, the love for yourself, the value. You value yourself. When you value yourself and you look after yourself and you think you're awesome and you can do great things and you can make big impact in the world, then let that play out in the big wide world. That could be awesome. So let that be you. Every one of you is deserving of an amazing life. So are you living that amazing life right now? If you're not, what small things do you need to change to help you become that amazing person that can help you build that amazing business? It all starts with us because your external life will be a reflection of what's happening internally. That's the bottom line, guys. So how are you thinking about yourself internally? If that's not where you need it to be, then you got some work to do. Who's brave enough to say you got some work to do? And that's very normal. Susan's just put in the chat there, I go in waves. We all do. Sometimes I'm awesome, I'm on fire, I'm unhealthy, I'm healthier, I'm fit. I'm not that at the moment. I'm the first person to admit I've slipped off my exercise. I mean, yeah, I teach my class at the gym on a Monday morning, but sometimes that's the only exercise I do, for the whole week. And that's not me. That's not cool. I got to get back to that. Because I know when I'm amazing, I do more amazing things here in my business. I create more. It's just the flow on effect is quite amazing. Cherie, I've gone back to my tools to pull me back to my energy level. A lot of positive self talk, praying, affirmations, gratitude. And I know a lot of people don't stick to those things like affirmations and gratitude and meditation. And people go in waves of, yeah, I did that for a while. And it was really good when I did it, but, life got in the way. Don't let life get in the way. If you want to have amazing business and earn lots of money, you've got to be really good internally for that to happen to you externally. So look after what's happening internally so you can have an amazing external, relationships, business, wealth, those kind of things. Celeste, I have a sticky note on my mirror to talk to myself every day about all positive and a list of things to say. The hardest part with all of this is habits. Some of you have probably got really bad habits in the way you talk to yourself or the way that you beat yourself up. And it's just sort of what you do and you don't really think about it. It's just things that you don't like about yourself, or there's things that you beat yourself up about it, and that's kind of your normal. So the hardest part with all of this kind of stuff is creating new habits. And the only way that you can create new habits is to create new ways of thinking in your brain. And that's where the affirmations and the gratitude and the repetition of all of that kicks in. So when you do something for long enough, like, expressing gratitude or affirmations and things like that, slowly it starts to stick. And then you create new habits in the way that you think and what you say, but it takes time. So you've got to stick to it for like a minimum of, 30 days to start with any kind of habit. It's like a diet, like a new way of eating or a new way of exercising. You got to do it for a period of time before it creates a new normal. That's the hard part, and the challenge for yourself is to stick to something for longer than a week. Stick to something for a month, whether it's affirmations or gratitude or reading, learning, books, meditation, whatever it is for you. Do it longer than a week for it to stick and create new habits. And when you create new habits, then it becomes like brushing your teeth. You do things without thinking about it, and that's when you get to change your life. So the big changes in life come from the small steps that you do every day on a repetitive basis. So work out what you need to do and do it every single day, non-negotiables. So just work out some new non-negotiables for you. Positive talk, gratitude, meditation, journaling, what works, what works for you. And Hero, I've got some work to do on myself. I think everybody has, Hero. Thank you for your honesty, but I think everybody has got work to do on themselves. So the more amazing you are internally, the more amazing your life will be externally. But it all starts with you. So if you've got some work to do, go and do it. Start today. Write down a little bit of a plan of what you're going to do, starting tonight or tomorrow or the morning or whatever it is, and just start doing small things every single day to be awesome internally so you can be fabulous and serve externally. Okay, so food for thought for all of you. I hope that was helpful in some way, just to think about what can you do. So don't just listen to this stuff and go, yeah, that makes sense. Actually do something with the information. Go and write out a little bit of a plan, grab a little sticky note, write some things on it that you're going to do, new affirmations, gratitude every morning, little things like, here's one thing that you could do. When your head hits the pillow at night, run through some affirmations. How much money do you want to earn a month? If you're in the industry of, direct sales, net marketing, how many more people do you want to recruit? How many customers do you want? What are your goals? What do you want for yourself? What do you want as far as happiness, health, wealth, all the things? What do you want for, for your family? What do you want to become? Who do you want to step into? Run all of that through, like write a little script out for yourself and memorize it and tell yourself that every night before you go to sleep and before your feet hit the floor in the morning. Tell yourself that, run that through that in your mind before your feet hit the floor in the morning. You've heard about things called visualization and manifesting and things like that. The RAS, reticular activation system, what you focus on, you get more of. So put really good positive stuff in your head, and that stuff will start to play out. But you got to do it over and over and over and over and over again. But it's worth it, is it not? To be amazing internally, to be fabulous externally, I think it's worth it. So go and do some work if that's what you need to do. But I hope this has I hope this is thought provoking for you, just to sort of think of some things that you might be able to do for yourself so you can get what you want externally. You can make the money you want. You can have the business that you want, but the work starts from you internally. Okay. So a couple of things I forgot to mention. Video challenge. The link is in the description of the Facebook page. It's not on Instagram, but it's helenmartinonline.com/video. Get yourself into the next free 14-day video challenge. We start on the 22nd of November. Those of you in round 25 of my branding course, don't forget we are on tomorrow for our first live Zoom call. And anything else in between, coaching community members, we're talking about email this week. We've got an email marketing training. If you go to helenmartinonline.com/events, that's where all the links are for Clubhouse tomorrow, coaching community training, all the things. The link to the video challenge, if you just go to helenmartinonline.com/events, all the information is on that one page. Okay, so thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow.